Children, in last part of the video we started with democratic government, and we studied that in democratic government there are three branches of government. We studied about three organs of democratic government that plays different roles, that has different duties and responsibilities to perform. So what were the three branches that we studied? The first was legislature, second was executive, and third was judiciary. So today we'll study about the legislature. Now, the legislature, the parliament is the supreme legislative body in our country. Now, here it says that the parliament is the supreme legislative body in our country. Why legislative body in our country? Because it has the power to make the laws. In India, the elections to the central and state governments take place after 5 years. Now here, the election to the central and state government take place after how many years? After 5 years. Now, Indian National Congress, Bharatiya Janata Party and Communist Party of India Marxist are some of the national political parties which participate in these elections. Now, these three are the names of the political parties. I hope you all are aware of these names and the symbols. Okay, now these three parties, and there are other political parties also, but these three are the most important parties and are very common parties that everybody knows about it. Okay, now these parties, they participate in election. The members of every political parties, they participate in the elections. Now further, the parliament has two houses. Now parliament is also divided into two houses. One is Lok Sabha and the other is Rajya Sabha. So we'll study about Lok Sabha. There are many political parties in our country with specific ideologies and symbols. Now, like I said, there are other different political parties also in our country, and each political parties has their own ideas, and in order to run their party, they have their own ideologies and symbols. They have their own symbols and they have their own ideas to run their political party. Now, an Indian citizen who is above 25 years of age can join any of them and contest the election. Now here, the important thing that we'll study about. The first thing that we'll study, it says that an Indian citizen who is above 25 years of age can join any of them and contest the election. When a person turns above 25 years of age, that person, either a male or a female, they can give their name to join the election. They can participate in the election. If she gets majority votes, then that individual can become a member of Lok Sabha. And if that person, he or she, either male or the female, they can become the member of Lok Sabha. But when they can become the member of Lok Sabha? Only when they receive the number of votes. Suppose there are two persons who wants to participate in the election. Okay, now when there was a time for election, they got number of votes. Now the one person got 58 votes, the other person got 70 votes. Now who do you think will be who do you think will become the member of Lok Sabha? The one who got the lesser vote or one who got the more vote? Obviously, the one who received the more number of votes will be considered as the member of the Lok Sabha. So, the person who received the 70% of vote will be considered as the member of Lok Sabha. One can also contest the election as an independent candidate. Now, each Lok Sabha candidate who is elected by the people from his constituency is elected for a period of 5 years. Now, each Lok Sabha candidate who is elected by the people from his constituency is elected for a period of 5 years, and whoever is being elected, whoever is being selected as the member of Lok Sabha can be elected for the period of 5 years. The total members in Lok Sabha. Now, the important thing to learn in this chapter. The total members in the Lok Sabha are 552. What is the number of the members in Lok Sabha? 552. Of these, 530 members are from states, 20 members are from union territories, and 2 members are chosen from Anglo-Indian community. Now, out of 550, this is the total strength of the member of Lok Sabha. Okay, this 552 is the total strength of Lok Sabha. That means in Lok Sabha, this total member has to be there. Now, 530 members are from the states. We studied about 28 states. Now, among those 28 states, 530 members has to be from the states. Now, 20 members are from the union territories. Now, 20 members, that means 20 people from union territories. Among 9 union territories, we studied that there are 9 union territories. And from that 9 union territories, 20 members, that means 20 person can be the member of Lok Sabha. And 2 members are chosen from Anglo-Indian community. And only 2 person are chosen from Anglo-Indian community. What do you understand by Anglo-Indian community? The one who belongs to British and India. The both. They also belong to British and they also belong to India. So, it is known as Anglo-Indian community. By the President of India. The proceedings of the Lok Sabha are presided over by the Speaker. The Lok Sabha is also known as the House of the People or the Lower House. Now, the Lok Sabha, it is known as the House of the People or the Lower House. Okay, why Lok Sabha is also known as the House of the People? Because the common citizen, they choose their members by the number of votes that they get, and it is also known as the lower house. Okay, now the second thing we're going to study is Rajya Sabha. Now, Rajya Sabha is also known as the upper house of the parliament. On one hand, Lok Sabha is known as the lower house of the parliament. Now, Rajya Sabha is known as the upper house of the parliament. Now, the Vice President of India is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. There can be maximum of 250 members in the Rajya Sabha. Now, how many members are there in Rajya Sabha? There are 250 members in the Rajya Sabha, out of which 12 are nominated by the President of India. Now, in Lok Sabha, who selects the member? The common citizen, they selects the member, but they give the name if they want to stand in the election, and the votes that they get from the public, on that basis they become the member of the Lok Sabha. But in Rajya Sabha, what happens, the number of the members are very less. It is 250, whereas in Lok Sabha it is 552. So out of 250, 12 are nominated by the President of India. Whoever becomes the President of India, he or she nominates the 12th member for the Rajya Sabha. Now, these 12 members are chosen from the fields of art, cinema, literature, poetry, sports, and etc. Now, the President holds the power to nominate 12 members for Rajya Sabha, and from where these 12 members come, they come from different fields of art, cinema, literature, poetry, sports, etc. Either the person can come from a cinema world, or he can be from an art world, or he can be a poet, he can be a sports person, right? Now, The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the members of the state legislative assemblies for the period of 6 years. 1/3 of its members retire every 2 years and are replaced by the new members. And how the members of Rajya Sabha are elected? By the members of state legislative assemblies.